I was born in Texas, but the truth is I grew up all over the world because my father was in the U.S. Air Force. Spanish was my first language because my grandparents were immigrants who came to the United States from Mexico after the Mexican Revolution. Growing up made me aware at a very young age of the tremendous differences in classrooms, in church, in neighborhoods. Difference is a strength, not a divider.
I'm a part of what we categorize as diversity. I am that face. It's just personally important to me because if there's not diversity, then there's not a spot for me. There's no room for me. I knew I wanted to do PR. I wanted to affect change in my community through public relations. I knew I could get what I needed to do that from Annenberg.
I think I wanted a very international university, not just one that's domestically diverse, but that's thinking about international, transnational, and global issues. LA is also often like the urban city that is used as a test bed for a lot of ideas.
I think diversity is important because through diversity you find, curiously enough, the bonds that unite us. I come from Mexico City, so I know big cities, big diverse cities. There's nothing like Los Angeles. And USC is a perfect reflection of what this city is.
We value cultural competency here because it speaks to the demographics of 21st century America. And for us at Annenberg, that means producing students who are able to confidently and thoughtfully travel through a variety of different communities.
At the Annenberg School, diversity is one of our big pillars, and in order to diversify media, communications, journalism, we have to create a pipeline. We also have to identify young, talented minds and, in a sense, create programming. So the concept of the Annenberg Youth Academy is to expose underserved, underrepresented high school youth to the world of media, technology, public relations, journalism, and civic engagement, and how all those aspects affect an ever-changing world in the 21st century. And ultimately, hopefully, the program motivates them to be able to pursue that in college and beyond.
We consider Los Angeles as an extension of our classrooms, where students are required to cover communities south of downtown.
A lot of my classes have different community that it's assigned to. Fall of my sophomore year, I did a story on a bilingual storytime program at a local library. Storytime, bilinguals presented in both English and Spanish, and the children who are kind of learning English themselves end up also playing the role of both student and teacher. They actually teach their parents English. A lot of the parents didn't know English, which was something I didn't really know going into that story. These are experiences that you're not going to find in any run-of-the-mill journalism school. This is something that Annenberg wants you to experience. It's not something I knew or really expected to do, kind of coming in here as a freshman, but now 3 years later, I'm definitely happy that I've been able to meet different people.
I'm actually doing my project on homelessness, which is a big issue. A lot of times when we talk about diversity and inclusion, we talk about the big ones, Black, Hispanic, LGBT, and then we forget a lot of marginalized groups. That's the beauty of Annenberg, is we have the opportunity to turn the magnifying glass on and look at these communities and represent them and represent their voices.
We look at the pipeline here as a continuum. We bring students to the school, they're educated here, and over time they will cycle back into places like Annenberg where they become professors that in turn begin bringing in more young people from diverse backgrounds, including diversity of thought. Annenberg's diversity initiatives matter tremendously because it means we produce a new generation of working professionals that produce content and analysis that is relevant, accurate, and authentic.